Rolex, potentially the most prominent watch brand globally, is renowned for its enigmatic nature. While there's a considerable amount of information available about Rolex, an equally substantial portion remains shrouded in secrecy. Some of these undisclosed details may never be revealed, while others simply lack widespread recognition. Here, we delve into 5 aspects about Rolex that might be unfamiliar to you. Number 1. Rolex did not originate in Switzerland. Contrary to its present Swiss headquarters, Rolex did not originate in Switzerland. Established in 1905 as Wilsdorf and Davis, the company was initially a London-based venture led by German entrepreneur Hans Wilsdorf and his brother-in-law Alfred Davis. Their primary focus was importing Swiss movements to be encased and branded by local jewelers. Amid the crafting of pocket watches for men and wristlets for women by these jewelers, Wilsdorf identified an opportunity to market wristwatches for men, a concept then considered unconventional. Inspired by Parisian celebrity Alberto Santos Dumont, who sported a custom wristwatch made by Louis Cartier, Wilsdorf envisioned a new trend, recognizing the possibility of individuals owning multiple wristwatches to complement various outfits. Rolex was founded in 1908, not in Switzerland, but in England. However, with the onset of World War I, escalating import taxes and mounting racial tensions against Wilsdorf, he relocated the business to Geneva, Switzerland in 1919. Despite this shift, Rolex's ties with the United Kingdom endured. Wilsdorf maintained relationships with British suppliers, including Adenosine, a case manufacturer supplying not only Rolex, but also Tudor, Omega, Jaeger-LeCoultre, and others. Rolex persisted in utilizing British-made components well into the 1950s, lasting until Wilsdorf's passing. Even the bracelet on certain models such as the Air King bears a stamp indicating its British origin. While Rolex no longer maintains manufacturing connections with the British Isles, understanding this history unveils that England served as its initial foundation. Number 2. Accuracy certificates. Rolex stands out as one of the rare watch brands capable of independently certifying the accuracy of its timepieces in-house, a distinctive capability in the industry. Precision has consistently been a cornerstone of the Rolex ethos, although the journey to achieving this reputation unfolded in a manner not entirely anticipated. In a strategic move to promote wristwatches to men, Hans Wilsdorf, the visionary behind Rolex, actively sought accuracy certificates for his watches. The movements, initially sourced from the Swiss manufacturer Jaeger-LeCoultre, boasted exceptional quality and accuracy, attributed to their lever escapement and the crucial advantage of being compact enough for wristwatch integration. The groundbreaking moment occurred in 1910, when a Rolex wristwatch earned the Swiss Certificate of Chronometric Precision from the official watch rating center in Bienne, marking the first such recognition for a wristwatch. Subsequently, in 1914, another milestone was reached as the British Kew Observatory, renowned for hosting prominent accuracy trials, bestowed a Class A precision certificate upon a Rolex wristwatch. Once again, this marked the first instance of a wristwatch receiving such a prestigious accolade. While the Jaeger-LeCoultre movements were indeed crafted with modern and precise production methods, the accolades were partly attributed to Wilsdorf's pioneering initiative. Rolex was the first to submit a wristwatch for evaluation. Consequently, the Rolex wristwatch claimed the title of the most accurate by default. Number 3. Alliance with Aglee. Rolex, despite sourcing movements from various manufacturers, notably Valjoux from the original Daytona, has maintained a steadfast alliance with one brand since its inception, Aglee. Prior to Hans Wilsdorf's relocation to London in 1903, he had a background in the Swiss watch industry and was acquainted with Aglee's expertise. Established in Switzerland since 1878, Aglee specialized in crafting small and precise movements, a quality that greatly appealed to Wilsdorf. In his endeavors to popularize wristwatches among men, recognizing the superior quality and performance of Aglee movements, Wilsdorf sought a long-term supply agreement. He went to the extent of urging Aglee to label their movements as Rolex, creating the impression of a seamlessly integrated product. Early Rolex marketing materials even depicted the Aglee factory with Rolex branding seamlessly substituted in. Although Rolex currently manufactures its movements in-house, the transition took an unexpectedly long time. One might assume this shift occurred in the 1960s, 70s, or even the 80s, but the reality is quite different. Despite Aglee being the exclusive movement producer for Rolex for an extended period, it wasn't until 2004 that Rolex finally acquired Aglee outright, absorbing the movement manufacturer into the Rolex brand. Number 4. Secretive manufacturing techniques. Rolex, renowned for its extensive in-house production, has a history of applying luminous paint to its dials for enhanced nighttime visibility. The composition of this paint has undergone notable changes over the decades, each shift holding its own surprises. Initially, Rolex used radium-based paint, a radioactive substance with considerable health risks. When radium was phased out in 1960 due to health concerns, Rolex, along with many other manufacturers, transitioned to tritium, another radioactive material albeit less hazardous. Tritium, in its paint form, faced a ban in 1998, leading to the adoption of a non-radioactive luminous paint named Luminova, developed by the Japanese firm Nemoto. A decade later, Rolex introduced its in-house luminous paint called Chromalight, distinguished by its distinctive blue glow, in contrast to Luminova's typical green, and an extended glow duration lasting twice as long. Number 5. Rolex GMT-Master on Apollo 14 mission. While Omega's Speedmaster secured the position as NASA's official watch and the timepiece chosen for the moon mission ahead of Rolex's Daytona, Rolex didn't lag behind for long. Although not officially designated, astronaut Edgar Mitchell wore a Rolex GMT-Master 1675 during the Apollo 14 mission to the moon. This GMT-Master, seemingly Mitchell's personal choice, was evident in NASA photographs showing him preparing the watch before the launch on January 31, 1971. Mitchell also sported the standard issue Speedmaster, captured in images on board the lunar module before the astronauts returned to the command module. Although there is no concrete evidence of the GMT-Master being worn on the lunar surface, due to the Oyster bracelet's incompatibility with the spacesuit compared to the Speedmaster's Velcro strap, Mitchell later confirmed that he did indeed wear it beneath his spacesuit during the mission. I hope this brief exploration has provided you with a fresh perspective on Rolex and imparted some new knowledge. If you happen to possess an intriguing fact about Rolex that hasn't been covered here, we'd love for you to share it in the comment section below. And that concludes our discussion at ventichic. If you enjoyed this content, please show your support by liking and commenting on this video. Ensure you subscribe to our channel to stay informed about future updates. Until our next video, take care.